clock comes with, go ahead.
It comes with your USB cable that connects to the clock and to the computer for whenever you need to update. It has a fancier cable just like the G2, the 9-pin, and it's 17 foot long.
And that goes 17 feet from the clock to the first antenna?
Yes. And then you have your power converter. This is the newer style. It's a 15 volt. So it is a little different, so you might need a little more power. It also comes with a paint pen, so you can put your name on them.
To register birds, you take it out of the box, connect it to the club unit. 9-pin connector. It's going to automatically come up with instructions. It's an automatic connect now.
It doesn't actually connect, it just automatically does.
It's automatically connected.
Yeah. Let me put it up so you can see it.
Okay. Procedure for registering the pigeons, just like we did with the old M1 at its tops through the IDEX program.
It's the exact same procedure.
And there's nothing that comes on the screen of the clock that'll show us anything different. That's all we see.
It's always in PC communication.
Okay, it's always in PC communicate as long as it's connected to the club unit. So then we enter our birds the typical way that we always enter pigeons.
This one's already in the clock, so we just select it. The member's already set up, and just read out the clock in data transfer. And you just go to add bird. And this will be a test 2222. Add it. And then select it. And then you click on the couple button.
Alright, so we're adding another bird.
This is just a test bird, so I'll have it under test. And we'll add. And you highlight it. And go down here where the chip is. Select it. And then scan you. And it goes into the clock. And as simple as that. Now we're going to basket.
Yep. The birds are in the clock now.
They're all registered. It's as simple as just selecting basket. And then it asks for the authorization key, which is normally the green one. Scan it, it says loading. And then it has your comparing time. If everything looks right, you just accept. And it says basketing started. Okay, to basket, it's as simple as clicking basket. Then you use the green evaluation key for authorization. And this is where you get your time comparison. You select it, accept. Basketing started. And here you can rename your race if need be. If not, just leave it be.
Oh, the clock automatically gives it a number, right?
Yes. And you just click the check when you finish. And it tells you that it was stored. And here you just start scanning your birds in the race. We got 11 in there.
So we put 11 in the race.
And then once you have all the birds inputted, you just click back on management. And here's where you can click start flight. And then it says starting the race, are you sure this cannot be undone? You say yes. And it says basketing stopped. And then here you have the temp eval, the print, or evaluate. You can print.
So we're going to print an entry sheet, right? And you notice that you can choose with an easy selection how many copies you want of the basketing list.
Yes. And it's as simple as press and print. And if you want to go back to double check what was a basket, click on basket and you can just scroll and it shows all of them. And then you're ready to race.
Race.
Yeah, we'll basket another race. Or just a few birds this time, just to show without the live how you do your evaluation. So we'll basket. And evaluate with the green badge. And we'll just accept.
Now the master time is coming from the GPS.
That's right.
To connect it to the club unit.
That's right. And if you don't have a GPS connected at the time of basketing, whenever a person is using the live, they won't be able to do an evaluation at home.
But if they're not using a live, they can use a master timer.
Yes. That you mean, yeah, that's right. Okay, now we can start. Unless you want to change, you can go change race. Say you want to use.
Well, yeah, you could change it. Show me.
Yeah, if you wanted
to call it a race station, like Little Rock.
Come on. I guess it won't. Oh, that's what it wants me to do. You can even change it to race 2, say. And then go back to your ABC space, and then we'll do color. Is it spacing? There we go. Okay, and it's stored, and then we just start scanning. I'll just do 4. Okay. Then you go to management and you start flight. Are you sure? Yes. Basketing was stopped. And here you can print. We'll print 1 copy. Comes out just like all the other clocks.
Right. We're starting to. The race has already been basketed at the club, right?
Yes.
So now we're connecting to the loft antenna at home.
Not the live, just the loft antenna.
Just the loft antenna. This would be the method that we would use if we're not using a Benzing live.
And it shows our race here.
Clocking the birds.
Okay, we can go here, and it shows all of our rod birds. If we go to management, we can put in our release time.
It'll show the speed the bird flew then?
Yeah, once you do the release time and the distance.
What time did you put a release for?
12:30. I'll just put 20. It shows kilometers, but it puts it in miles. Once you select it. And it shows miles. And see, it's grayed out. This would only come up if it was connected to a Benzing log.
Alright, so now we're going to evaluate at the club.
Yes.
Is it showing the speed the bird
Yeah, it
flew?
shows 1,313 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, now we're going to do the evaluation at the club. Connecting it to the club system. The club system is in normal mode. We're going to go to this race. Race 2, Little Rock. And then here it shows where you can evaluate it. Click on evaluation. Use your green badge. And then you accept the time. Comparing time to your GPS. Just make some print. And it tells you the basket, which list should be printed. The basket list or the evaluation list. We want the evaluation list. And you can tell them however many copies. And just press print. And once that's done, is where you can delete it.
So it shows master clock, serial number of the clock. Where is that at?
It's at the bottom. Right here. Shows this is the clock and then the club system. Deletes.
Alright, once the race has been evaluated, we can delete the race.
It's as simple as delete. And it says, are you sure? And say yes. And the race is deleted. And the clock's ready for a new race. And that's it. This is the newer log.
The 4G.
The 3G, 4G. This is the 3.0. And you have this, this is your GPS. It has 2 connections now and they color coded where to go. And they have the little tabs on them. One's for cellular, one's for the GPS. And then we also have this cable. It's a splitter. Where one will go to your antenna, and the other one's going to go to the fancier cable for your clock.
Now show me the back of the clock, and show me the connectors again for the GPS.
The GPS.
Color coded.
There's the back. It shows the red and the blue. And it has the cellular and the GPS. And then this one's a 15 pin, just like the M1 was. It connects into here, and it goes to 2 9-pin. Okay, and then we're going to connect our clock. And the log has to be connected to be able to put all the information in. We'll power it up at the log. I'll let it connect first.
Uh,
Usually when the live is started, let's see how it has the little blue things, it's still trying to connect. The blue arrows going up and down. Once that goes away, it's connected.
it's already.
Okay, to set up your live, you're gonna press this little blue button that looks like it's the Benzing symbol with the bird. And a little menu comes up with home, pigeons, and system. You're gonna go to system, and then it shows you Benzing live, your Benzing M3, and your 2-field antenna that's connected. To go to anything for the settings, you click on settings. And then here where Benzing live is stated, you click on it. And here's where you would type in your live ID. And you just type in, and anytime you don't see anything, you just go back. And you can just type in. Of course, it would do that to me. And you put your password, the same thing, and just click save. And you also have this tab up here. You can do an antenna test. Go to device. Oh, I guess that one's not set up yet. Closed. Device settings is where you can adjust the contrast. And this is the value. It gets pretty loud. And then your system info. It'll list the M3. It tells you your software, your hardware version, and how many volts is getting to it, as well as the serial numbers. Okay, and then you can go back home.
You can also see the serial number of the antenna that's connected to it.
Everything that's listed.
The hardware that the antenna is running, the software
Anything
the
they
antenna
have
is
listed
running.
in that system info is going to have the same info. The
How
software.
many volts
is
the
going through it,
antenna is
yeah.
running,
That's right.
and the serial number of the antenna.
And the antenna, it also shows how it works, how the speed is going through it, the data connection. Right here, you can go to pigeons, and you'll see all your couple pigeons. You can just scroll through. And then we can go back home, and then we can start our race. And as the race is going, we'll see it come through.
And also, the new feature about the G2, the M3, is that while a race is running, we can also start a training at the same time. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right. One more. I'm just going to leave it where it's going to show. Okay, once all our birds are in there, we can actually go to the race. And you'll see all of them that's arrived. And if there was some that didn't, it would come up under expecting. You can go to management. And this is where you can put in the release time. It's 12:30, we're going to see. And then the distance, I'm just gonna put 0.
20 miles.
That was some fast birds though, huh?
Yeah.
Well, it's in kilometers.
Oh Lord, put it
Yeah.
40 kilometers.
40. And here you can do, you can go to evaluate. And that's where you will get your at-home evaluation cord. Put it there. And that's this. And you scan it. It comes out just like you do evaluation regular race. You just accept.
This is the evaluation of the Benzing Live on a cell phone. Evaluation list, just as it would show up on a printout from a pull-up system. Higher security because you have a backup of this data at Benzing's website.
And it came up on here saying that the evaluation list is available. And then you can just delete it from here. But while it's in here, I think you can do the training. Let me see. Go to home. Start a training.
Alright, so time a couple of birds in the training mode.
That's the expectancy, and it shows all of them.
Clock 1. So,
Let me go back to the home so you can see. Yep, it shows it in the training, which comes up on the live too. So you can still train while the birds are still in that race.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're gonna show you how to delete the training and the race. With this is to be the race with the live though. The training. You go to here and you always go to management, and then you can stop it. Yes. And it'll tell you no training started. For the race, you can do the same thing. Management. Delete. Are you sure? Yes. And the race is deleted.